welcome to the Midweek message. We're taking lessons from Proverbs chapter 30, and I'm reading from the New International Version of the Bible. I'm going to be reading verses 17 through 19 of Proverbs 30. The eye that mocks a father, that scorns an aged mother, will be pecked out by the ravens of the valley, will be eaten by the vultures. That's verse 17. Verse 18. There are three things that are too amazing for me, four that I do not understand. The way of an eagle in the sky, the way of a snake on a rock, the way of a ship on the high seas, and the way of a man with a young woman. And that's Proverbs chapter 30, verses 17 through 19. So let's look at those together for just a moment. Verse 17, Proverbs chapter 30. The eye that mocks a father, that scorns an aged mother, will be pecked out by the ravens of the valley and will be eaten by the vultures. Now, it is not good to cast aspersions on your parents. Everyone did not have great parents, and most parents recognize their frailties at some point. Parenting is a guilt trip, I often tell people, because parents think that every time their child does something wrong, it's their fault. And everybody's got problems with their parents of some type. And yet it's still not a good policy to mock your father and scorn your mother, because most people don't fall into that extreme category anyway. And there will be judgment on people that cast mockery and scorn toward their parents. And Proverbs is a book of principles. I talked to a man not long ago that said he never in his whole life heard his mother say a negative thing about anyone. Except one time, riding in the car, she made a statement. And after she was finished making the statement, she burst into tears and said, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that." Mockery and scorn do not wear well on people, especially towards your father and mother. Verse 18, there are three things that are too amazing for me, four that I do not understand. And this is a poetic ladder where the writer will say, I've got three things to mention, no four. And it's stepping up the steps. There are three things that are too amazing for me, four that I do not understand. And these are things that we marvel at in the natural world. The way of an eagle in the sky, the way of a snake on a rock, the way of a ship on the high seas, and the way of a man with a young woman. There are many things at which to marvel, be in awe, and contemplate. Look around, and you will find the greatness of God in creation and also in the manifestations of its character. And those are Proverbs chapter 30, verses 17 through 19. Let me encourage you to look around and be amazed.